personal training, which is a service-based business, is one of the best ways to make money. Is it really possible for someone to get a six-pack in a year?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Would you still recommend being a personal trainer to somebody today?
Hell yes.
Why? How much is the session now?
So I do go by packages to begin.
Well, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Do Not Get Nailed podcast. It's your host, Chris Mo. Dude, I haven't even made a podcast in a long time. I forgot the whole entire intro. This podcast is for those people to not get nailed in life, guys. My name is Chris Mo. If you guys haven't been following me, I am a salesman here in the LA County area. I've done over $5 million in sales in the home improvement industry. I own over 30, I think now 50 ATMs in all over California. And I like to do cool business shit so that you can go ahead and live a better life. My life is awesome. And today I'm actually bringing on a guest who is also having an awesome life in his life and is doing great things. He's a personal trainer out here in LA. I've known this guy for a really long time now. I don't even remember how we met, but this guy is killing in the game of personal training. Honestly, he probably has one of the, not no homo or anything, but he has one of the best bodies out here. If anything, that's the way I want to look at. And even training with him, dude, like, you're on a whole different level. Give it up for my boy, Steve Rosales.
Hey, thank you, Chris, for having me on this podcast. This is actually my first podcast. So this is the first, everybody. My name's Steve. I've been training now for 4 years. I didn't think 4 years ago that I was going to be in this position, but now here we are. And, you know, Chris has helped me grow in many ways, especially in business. So I had to, we had to make this happen.
Yeah.
Right. I know there's gonna be a couple questions that are gonna, really take me back on the journey that I've been on right now with this whole training, this personal training. But definitely, it's been an amazing journey, impacting people through fitness. I know now, year 4, I love being able to say how I'm impacting people through fitness, as opposed to year 1 and 2. That wasn't even a thought in mind, but it was because of not being sure what I was doing, kind of being shaky with things. So all that stuff,
Do you remember how we met?
You know what? I do.
How did we meet?
Well, first time ever? Like even
first time ever.
Ever
first
seen
time
you?
ever.
Ever
yeah.
seen you? So quick backstory. Me and Chris went to the same college. We went to CSUN. We went to Cal State Northridge. And I joined a fraternity that Chris was a part of. And you know what? I only joined it for like a year, really. There's like the rush.
Yeah.
And there's the second semester that you actually are a part of, like the whole brotherhood and stuff. And so in the rush, one of the nights, I don't know.
So we met during the rush then, because that's the only thing that I remember. I remember literally, I think I sent it to you the other day. Like, I have that picture of the interview that I kind of took of you wearing like a pink shirt.
That's where we met, actually. That's where we really met.
Okay.
That's like first meetup.
Okay.
Yeah, but I didn't know who you were.
People underestimate or take it for granted how people really create content, especially the people that are doing it at a really high level. Like, all of this stuff, dude, requires like so much. Even like today, like when we're creating like the short forms or like writing out things, dude, this is a lot of work.
Yeah.
So I did have to take some time off to like get all my other shit together, like when it comes to like work related shit, because this is a lot of planning and comes down to like sacrificing your weekends. Like, what are we doing here? It's a Saturday night and we're like over here recording a pod.
No, this is a second job.
It's a second job.
This is a second job.
If anything, it's a third job for me.
Yeah. No, yeah, the whole preparing, thinking of the idea, thinking of the script, just for like a short or long-term video. It takes work now, and I can see why, content is, we talked about how it's harder to stay relevant now.
Yeah.
That's like coming up with ideas. Imagine that people are like busting out videos every day, like. They're probably like making videos, how you said, 2 weeks, maybe a month in advance. It's crazy, man. So
it's a whole nother level. And for those of you guys that are watching, dude, we just had some technical difficulties. That's why I forgot what we were talking about, something about how we met. But going back in time, Steve, dude, I brought you on because you have a lot of knowledge that I want to share with my audience, because I tell people, dude, there's a million ways to make money. personal training, which is a service-based business, is one of the best ways to make money, I would say. But there's not a lot of personal trainers out there that are even making close to what you're doing. I believe everyone's just trying to get pretty much to the level that you're at. So if you can take me back, Steve, why did you want to even become a personal trainer?
I didn't want to become one. It was just I was doing engineering.
Mm-hmm.
I was in school doing engineering, and I was, part of it was because of my dad. Then it was, I only knew, what I knew about engineering was what I thought. You graduate, you get a good stable job right after. As opposed to like, want to become a lawyer or a doctor, you got to go into more schooling.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to avoid that. School, I've never been a big fan of. As you can see, doing the work.
Yeah.
It's one of the things I kind of suck at. I'm trying to get better at, but it just, but I realized that when COVID hit,
Mm-hmm.
I was taking, I think it was a materials class, and my laptop's out, I'm in class, and I'm literally like taking notes, and I kind of thought about it, and I really put myself like right in that moment. I was at home living with my mom. Dad was like, I think cooking some food, and I was just like, work on the laptop. I'm gonna be doing this on a computer. I'm gonna be doing
like
that
forever. Like this is my life.
This is me. I don't think I want to be the best at that. And that's where my mind started, at least thinking other, I started thinking DJing. I started thinking bartending, and I always stood away from fitness because it was so cliche.
Okay.
I was like, like some people, at school would be like, well, what's your major? You meet, what's your major? That's like the first question you get. I'd be like, engineering. They always give me that look. You're not in kinesiology?
Yeah.
I'd be like, no. I'm like, no. And I guess I was so against that. Like, dude, nah. Okay, I get it. I lift. I go to the gym. You see me every day at the gym. You met me at the gym.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I was almost like against that idea, but it was more like that. It's not that. It was like in my face. Like, dude, just do what you're already doing. You clearly are consistent with it,
mm-hmm.
and you like growing in it. Like learning about it. So then I just started. I think it was one of our friends, Jamal.
Mm-hmm.
He just told me one of the days, he was like, dude, why don't you just post yourself? That you want to train people. And I remember posting myself on Instagram saying, hey, like, I'll train anybody at Crunch. It was just like free.
Yeah.
And it was COVID going on, so it was training outside. Crunch right there, Chatsworth. And then I just went ahead and one person came in. Mm-hmm. And I remember my first like deal, or you could say like sale. It was 4 free sessions.
4 free sessions?
I was hungry, man. I was hungry, man. I was like, and 4 free sessions, and then $25 a session. And
25.
I'm gonna say there was at least 3 people that I did 4 free sessions with, 4 straight. So like we're talking 12. No pay, nothing. And then finally someone stayed.
Uh-huh.
And I was training them, cool. And then I think I got another client, cool. Okay. And along the lines, this is why I believe connections are very important. Meeting people, just getting out there, shaking people's hands. There's a friend of mine. He's also a successful trainer. His name's Frankie. He reached out to me. He was at a private gym already training. He was like 6 months ahead of me, training at a gym. He already took the leap. He was already there. And yeah, he just reached out to me. He's like, yo, there's a gym, Santa Cruz. Yeah, Fit Style. That's where it started. Went out there, and so that's basically how the journey started. And I was like, I didn't see it happening. I still didn't see it happening there. I remember that's when you kind of came on.
Okay.
Right, you were always in the space, but you really came on there in terms of, yo, you got to drop this engineering stuff. Because I still wasn't letting it go. Yeah. But you're the person telling me, hey, dude, what are you doing? Like, how are you going to juggle both? Mm-hmm. And it's not that you can't, but it's like you're just making your life harder. And it's funny because you're one of the first few to tell me that advice, which really what you're saying is focus on one thing. Yeah. Right. I've met so many of my clients, so many successful clients that I've had now, killing it in the business, and they all say that thing. It's like focus on that one thing first, and find the growth, scale it, and then start going into different avenues. Mm-hmm. You can't like do this, do that. You meet people like, I'm doing real estate, and then I'm doing training. I'm also trying to be an RN. I don't know, like, yeah, it's just. It's too much. Like, yeah. I mean, even this content creating stuff and training, that's a lot. I see why people hire teams to like go ahead and handle that side. I can see why even the messaging, man. You know what I'm saying? We got somebody to go ahead and just cold message, right? Because it's too much.
Because I don't think I could have done that.
It's too,
like, dude,
it's
the
too much.
girl is like saving our lives right now. Because I'm like, dude, the amount of messages that she sends already, like, I'm already bombarded with so much work.
Yeah.
I don't think I could have done that job. I think that was the best move that we ever did. But yeah, like doing one thing, at least in the beginning, because you have to develop like the consistent discipline of doing the same thing over and over again. And that's slow little progress that you need. So then what was the hardest thing of the whole entire like beginning part? Like, was it getting the clients, learning how to train people?
I'll tell you, and I think a lot of people are going to resonate with this one. It was letting the people that are supporting you, parents, kind of down.
What do you mean by that?
Like, I mean, I'm over here doing engineering, a very prominent, very beautiful title to have, like I would say it's one of the best careers you could really have. Like, it's holy shit, you're in engineering. Like, I'm training now. Like, I'm gonna become a trainer.
So what did your parents say?
Oh my God, my dad was against it. He was like, and for like the last few he kind of saw 2 years of the journey. Actually, no, he saw like a year and a half of the journey until he passed away.
Yeah.
R.I.P. But it was just consistent. Like, I don't know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what you're doing. Like it doesn't make sense. Like, and it was always, I guess it was also the leaving of school. Because I didn't just like switch from engineering to kinesiology. I was too deep in, and I just dipped, dropped out. And so I remember you were like, yo, just drop it. Like, why are you still in school? Like, it doesn't make sense. And because how you said, was it the clients? It wasn't really the clients, because I'm over here trying to work for free. Yeah. I think if you attack it with that attitude and you're like, I don't care, I suck. Hormozi's like, you suck. If you're a barber, you suck at first. Whatever you do, you're trying to play whatever instrument.
You got to get your reps in. That's it.
Get your reps in. So I was like, I was so hungry to go ahead and just make it happen. And part of it also was like, it wasn't I'm gonna show my parents, but it was more just like, dude, I like, come on, like, I'm gonna show you I want to do this. Oh shit. Getting a call. Busy times.
Busy guy, huh?
Busy guy.
Even on a Saturday
Even on a Saturday night.
Crazy, dude. So then what, both of your parents weren't supportive? Not even your mom?
My mom, of course, was siding with my dad.
Okay.
My mom, dear heart, I love that woman. But she was more of she just was like, hey, listen to your dad. Hey, your dad, dad put the work in. They both put the work in, but he was really leading the way, got us the house, everything. Showed us at least what he could show us. Yeah. So my mom was, listen to your dad, right? So
are you still in school? Or are you still trying to do the engineering?
I never went back. And I never went back. I'm not trying to say that like, I'm not. It's just, it didn't make sense anymore. Okay. I think it didn't make sense once I understood that, at anything, you can make a business out of and make money from if you just like, stay consistent, scaling it, learning the skills. Yeah.
So what would you say? Because sometimes I get a lot of people that come to me and they say, dude, I'm going to college and I really want to finish my college degree. I know that I'm not going to use it and I know it's probably not going to be valuable, but I want to make my parents proud. Would you still encourage them to finish college?
I think it comes down to how far you are in.
Okay.
I was like beginning my major classes. Okay. So I was still on that cusp of like, you could still kind of jump off. Mm-hmm. I think if you're like a semester left, just finish it. Okay. I think it really just like 3 classes, 4 classes, finish it up. Because I do still hold that where I'm like, damn, I didn't finish that. Mm-hmm. And it kind of, I don't like things not being finished. Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like, but I go back to school now. I forgot all that, calculus, all that's gone.
Yeah, completely. So, and then are you still training people for free or what?
Now, actually, you know what? I won't say I train people for free. I mean, besides the complimentary sessions, you'll give in the beginning, I'll definitely say that there has to be some sort of value,
Okay.
right? It's not free really if, let's just say, I don't know, I have some D1 athlete, or like it's just like an athlete, or a really well-known, you could say public figure
Okay.
that could probably get me 4 or 5 referrals just by posting them.
Got it.
I think maybe not free, maybe definitely a discounted rate, but I definitely would go ahead and say that. Damn busy, huh? Yeah, it's Saturday night. Hey, Steve gets busy.
Why aren't you out on a Saturday night?
You know what? I kind of slowed it down. I feel like June. We're in July right now, and I feel like June. I as much as I didn't say I was going to, I pressed the foot on the gas.
Okay.
And was having fun, and fun is expensive, and so I learned that, another thing, I don't think you can balance things as much as you want to say, oh, you got to keep balance this, balance. Nah, like there's times where you're locked in, and then there was really this time where I was like, as much as I wanted to say, oh, I'm locked in, but still, I was out.
Yeah.
And being out just messes you up sometimes, and messed me up. So not bad, but just like spending, sleep.
I say the same thing. Like literally, like I'm on my shit, but like, dude, I can't be on my shit like 24/7. Like sometimes cause I grew up like going out since I was like 15.
Yeah.
There's some times where like I'm on my shit, waking up early. Like right now, I'm on my shit. Like I'm waking up at 6:30 in the morning, 5:30 in the morning, doing my shit. Probably working 12-hour, 13-hour shifts. Like I don't even know how much I'm working. And it comes to the point where like even sometimes I go into zones where like, dude, Saturday, Sunday comes up, like I still have to work, I still have to show up. But then I go on my 2-week benders that I just came off of where like, dude, I wake up whatever time I want. I still go to work and I'll still show up and I'll do that one little good thing because that I'm just good at the sales part. Yeah. But everything else will kind of slowly slow down and deteriorate. And I'll start spending money like crazy. Go to TJ, go here, go there. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. And I know I shouldn't be doing this, but it's just like, I can't be perfect, and that's why for me, I don't know, like, I want to say I believe in burnout, and I don't really believe in burnout, but there's a way I personally, what works for me is I like to travel, so I travel, like, every 2-3 months, I'm out somewhere, and that's how I kind of control it, because, one, if I'm out for too long, I have to come back. Like, I can only travel, I'm this weird individual where, like, I can only travel 4 days max. I can't do a week. A week is already pushing it. After 4 days, I really want to come back, and I want to go to work, but that's just the way I am. So then you're going out, you're doing expensive shit. So then you're not charging $25 in a session anymore, huh? So then, I mean, I don't know if you want to say it or it's up to you, but like, how much is the session now?
I mean, so I do go by packages, right? To begin.
Is your method, what's your method of training? Like how, if someone comes to you and be like, hey, I want to get a 6-pack, like what's your way of like, is it really possible for someone to get a 6-pack in a year?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
100%. Well, it depends. Well, if you're asking me like, some guy that's like, or some girl, that's really overweight. I'm talking like hundreds of pounds overweight. Okay. It's a little bit unrealistic. But if we're talking someone that's in 20% body fat, trying to get a 6-pack, a year's more than enough. Okay. I think 6 months of just locking into that lifestyle is enough.
So what makes training with you different from another trainer?
You know what? I love that question. I think very easy is the service.
What do you mean?
At least in person.
Okay.
I think in person, I have tried my best to go above and beyond with what I can afford and with what I can give right now. Mm-hmm. I'm talking from checking in with clients, not just like, hey, are you tracking your food? Can I see your food, or can I you following the workout plan? But also more so like, hey, where are you at mentally? Hey, how's that job? How's the dating situation going that you were talking to me about? How's your wife? Something going on there. Yeah. Or I've had it where someone's getting sued. Yo, how's that going? Right? Because that's on their brain. Yeah. I think that's on their brain more than like what they're going to squat in the session. Mm-hmm. So that being able to afford a good facility for them to train in. Okay. Like I could easily be at at your local gym. Nothing. There's not, again, everyone starts somewhere, but I definitely feel like just keep, moving the needle. And one of the ways I was like, moving the needle was by getting a better facility each time, either more private or more pristine.
Okay.
Right. Right now I'm at Young LA's gym. The gym's like, I think 9, probably max. I don't think it's at a year,
Okay.
but I'm gonna say it's close to a year. But we're talking like, that's how new it is, and all the equipment's brand new. Like they just barely brought in 4 new pieces of equipment, like the other month. This gym's brand new.
I know. I've been to the gym.
Yeah.
It's honestly, if it wasn't so far, I would be going to that gym.
Yeah.
But it's just so fucking far for me. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But I love that gym. That gym is actually coming up from what I've seen in everyone's like social media stories. I feel like everyone's going there now. It's like this hidden gym.
Yeah.
It's like a hidden gem that everyone's trying to go to. So then in regards of like clients, like you've practically seen every single type of client nowadays. What makes like the client that actually gets results? What do they do that the people that don't get results? Because you're telling me that.
I got you.
Okay.
I got you. It's this.
Well,
It's just that.
okay.
It's just the mindset. And I would also say, I like to ask questions like, where are they at in terms of priorities?
Mhm.
Right? Say, hey, I'm trying to lose 20 pounds. Okay. But say the same person is trying to go ahead and scale their business to, let's just say 20K, 50K, 10K a month, 5K a month, whatever it is.
Okay.
Or say they just started a relationship and they really want to go ahead and spend some time with their girlfriend, their boyfriend. They're really trying to invest into that. That means fitness is not number one for you right now. It's not.
Okay.
So I've noticed that. But let's say it is. Say you're like, okay, everything else is locked in. My relationship's good. My money's going. My business is growing. The people around me, my friendships, my social life, it's good. I'm really locked in with fitness.
Okay.
Then it really just comes into really being locked in here and not holding yourself to limits. Like, I can't go more than 2 weeks without drinking alcohol, or working out more than 5 times a week is too much.
Okay.
Or working out after, which I don't, recommend. But let's just say, working out after a long day of work, I can't do that. I'm gonna be too tired. Like you're telling yourself
Like
that.
little excuses that
Yeah.
people are making, basically.
Tired. You said it earlier. You kind of believe in burning out.
Mhm.
I don't believe in burning out.
Okay.
I don't believe in it. I now have told myself not to believe in it. I did believe in it. There was a time, because I'd be like, I'm tired, or I'm running out of ideas. I think that's just. I think with all due respect, I think that's the bitch in you.
Mm-hmm.
That's just like, you're telling yourself that you're burning out. Burning out from what? Like motivation or.
So then pretty much it's just the mindset. If people did like a
Yeah.
mindset shift, everyone would be
Exactly.
fit.
It's all mindset. Mindset shifting.
You know what's crazy? It's actually harder for, I think it was like less than 10% of people have like a 6-pack compared to like almost, I think it was like 20-30% of people actually are millionaires. So it's definitely a lot easier to make 6 figures than it is to have a 6-pack.
Yeah.
I'll say that. But you're on track to make 6 figures.
Yeah.
You broke $10,000 this
Yeah.
month or last month.
Yeah. 2 months ago, and it's been growing.
How does that feel?
What's so crazy is that I was stuck at 6 to 7K for a while.
Okay.
Like, I'm talking my third year was just that, and I was wondering, what is it? And it all switched when I did switch a little bit of how I sell the product, a little bit of also the environment, and the clients. For sure, the clients make it possible.
Okay.
I guess the clients, maybe that's not the answer, but maybe I was more prepared for that client.
Mm-hmm.
I had one of my former clients. Her name is Victoria. She had a conversation with me one time where she's like, I would keep telling her, I'm like, oh, I need to go to that gym. Like, go train at this gym. Like, this gym, maybe it's keeping me from growing.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, okay, do that, but be ready for it. Like, be ready for a LeBron James client, she was saying. Like,
Yeah.
When a client comes in, they can afford whatever you throw at them.
Mm-hmm.
That's real. Like, some of the clients I've met now, I'm like, it's crazy. I'm like, whoa, they're moving. Anytime someone tells me they're busy and they tell me their schedule, I'm like, no, you're not busy. Like, I've met busy people. I'm
Yeah.
not busy compared to like like a good amount of clients that I've met. Dude, I had another client of mine after a session. My car was at the shop. It's like, I'll drive you home. I get in his car. The minute we get in his car, calls. The guy's a real estate agent, top performer. Like just calls the whole way driving. Calls this. We get to a flip. I get out. Calling shots. How's this? How much longer this? I'm just seeing how this guy is moving, and I'm like, holy crap! Get back in his car, drops me off. For sure, there was at least 10 calls. I don't know about text either, and it's just crazy seeing that. So when someone tells me, "Oh, I'm busy," I'm like, "Dude, you're not busy." Like
that's a whole nother level of busy.
It's a whole nother level.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So, but seeing that, I think for people with that growth mindset, I saw that and I was like, I got to get more busy. This guy is running laps around me. So,
it reminds me of that homework that I always give everybody in the beginning. I don't know. I've made you do the homework. I think I've made you do that homework at least 3 times, which is like, okay, you say you're busy. It doesn't fit in my schedule. I'm like, okay. I tell everyone, okay, I can. If you want to figure out if you're a busy person, do this. This is the homework that I give everyone that comes to me. You want to find your time. You want to see where you're wasting time. This is what you do. You go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You put that on the top, and then you go from 6 a.m. all the way to, you can even do midnight, all the way to midnight, hour by hour. And if you want to be a little bit more picky, you go every 30 minutes. And if you want to be even pickier, you go every 15 minutes. And then from there, I think it's just too much. But every single time, for every little time slot, you will write down exactly to the T what you're doing. Exactly to the T what you're doing. And I guarantee you, every single time that I've done this with somebody, I always find more than 8 hours, I would say even 20 hours in a week that someone's wasting.
Yeah.
And it's like crazy because then you're all like, oh shit, I can fit this here. And then if you really realize that all these little changes, incremental changes that you really need just require 1 hour, 2 hours a day. And if you do that for 7 days a week or even 5 days a week, you are already doing more than most people. Yeah. And that's why I'm like, you're not busy. This is what you're supposed to be doing. Maybe wake up a little earlier. Maybe go to sleep a little earlier.
Yeah.
Or sleep a little later. Or like, don't watch TV or don't do this. And that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people are not busy.
Yeah.
And I know busy. When I see someone who's busy, I know when someone's busy. And a lot of people, they're not busy.
Yeah.
But I still remember the day you came in pretty much here and you were like, dude, I'm trying to make $10,000 a month, $10,000 a month. And I told you, I've been telling you for years. I think it was even last year. If anything, I think you should have been where you were 2 months ago, a year ago. Or if anything, months before that. I think you were supposed to be here like in January. Yeah. Already at $10,000. Why weren't you there? Why didn't you get there faster?
You know what? I feel like one reason is definitely I'll go ahead and have a bad habit, and I've been able to cut this bad habit out. Like, I've been able to catch it sooner. Like, for example, June. Had fun in June. Talked to me 2 years back. We're going all the way to August, having fun. Like, still kind of being like, I'm enjoying my whole summer. Right now it's like, no, like June, that's it. Like, get back in rhythm. I feel like that's why. Like, you start to notice that
the patterns.
Yeah, you're letting off your foot off the gas. What are you doing? So, I think, and I mean, there's some folk that they just stay locked in the whole time. Yeah. But I'm gonna say for myself, I've noticed it that, okay, cool. May, March is a good month. April, good month. May, God willing, good month. And then come June, and I just go ahead and, like, it's been good. Last 3 months, good. Like, better than ever. Yeah. Let me go have some fun. And I'm going to stay consistent with what I do, right? But I'm not going to be 100%, going hard. I'm going to be maybe 75. Okay. And then that 75 really becomes 70 or maybe even 65 because, your efforts, or maybe you're going out. Yeah. Spending more. Your mind's elsewhere. So I definitely have to say.
Do you think everybody's 75 is the same?
No, heck no.
You think my 75 is the same as your 75?
It's not, but it depends on what environment.
Oh, that's true. That's very true.
Right? Because your 75, in the gym, compared to my 75, it's different. It's just different. But, like, let's put it in terms of productivity behind, like, creating content, let's just say, for example. Blows me out of the water. Right? So I think environment also plays a role. Okay. So, yeah.
Basically, you're saying I'll fuck you up at work, but I'll fuck you up at the gym. Yeah. So then, if you were to start training again, like ground zero, you lost all your clients, what would you do tomorrow?
I would do what I did in the beginning, is go to a gym that trains independently.
Okay.
Actually, you see, I get stuck with this now.
You gotta help. You gotta help these kids. There's always someone out there that wants to be a trainer. Someone that's barely starting.
Yeah.
I tell people there's a million ways to make money, and really, I want this podcast and I want to give people information for them to actually get something and start from ground zero, and they can actually apply today. Not something that worked like 5-10 years ago. Like you're lost all your clients. You have to start tomorrow. You have everything that you still learned. What would you do?
There's two ways, I think, and there's maybe more ways, but I think these are the two things that come to mind. One is you go to a high-end, gym like Equinox or something around that level.
Yeah.
At least in our area, it's Equinox, and you work there, and possibly become a trainer there, and you grow there. And you give yourself maybe 6 months, depending on how much time you're putting in. 6 months is good. I think is a good amount of time to meet the whole staff.
Okay.
And meet everybody in the gym.
Okay.
Right. I've been at Young LA right now for I think now it's my 4th month, right? And I can almost say I've met everybody. I've shook everybody's hand.
Okay.
I think 6 months you should know everybody, almost everybody's Instagram, or at least something, number, whatever exchanged.
When you mean everybody like working there, or the people that just come to the gym, or
Both.
okay,
Go hard, meet everybody.
how does somebody introduce themselves? Like
It's reps. It's reps. That is reps.
Okay.
That's just like going up, and it's funny. Even as a guy, like sometimes guys will have find it challenging going up to another guy and being like, hey, what's up? And like don't know how to have a conversation.
Yeah.
I used to have that tremendously. Guy or girl, and it just takes reps. It takes reps. It takes understanding body language a little bit too. Like you're gonna understand it through through time, how to carry a conversation. So
give me a good little intro pickup line to meet somebody.
I think first it just starts off again. First nonverbals.
Okay.
Right. You see somebody. What's up? How you doing, Steve?
Chris.
You know what I'm saying? Good firm handshake. Introduce yourself. Hey, I've seen you around. Right? Me at the gym would be that.
Yeah.
Hey, I've seen you around, dude. I always say this. My bad. I never introduced myself.
Okay.
Nice to meet you. All right. What you working out? Whatever. Like, oh, I'm working out. This. Hell yeah. Maybe sometime I get a workout. Maybe that's a little pushing it too much.
Yeah.
But definitely that. Hey, like seeing you around, acknowledging that you've seen them around. Give your name. Maybe even say, hey, like before I go, let me get your name again. So you really emphasize the importance of their name.
Okay.
And who they are, and so I see you again. Hey, what's up? And all right, man, I see you around.
So would you not do it again, where like give out free sessions? You'll go to a commercial gym instead?
So that's one way.
Okay.
I think that's one way, is going there, because really I've seen success. I've seen success from other trainers that I've met. They started there and they branch out with a clientele list.
Okay.
Right. And think about it. You're leaving Equinox, right, with some good clients.
Yeah.
Dead ass. You're not leaving. I was over here with like, no offense, but I was with college students. I was surviving on, and college students ain't making a lot. Some aren't even making anything
at all.
So that's one way. Second way is you just go ahead, find a gym near you, explain your situation, show that you're hungry, and you just start. Every time you work out, maybe I invite you. I invite a roommate, or I invite you just friends. Record. Session, tag, boom, repost. Can you repost me? Is that cool? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get your name out there. Just market yourself as much as you can. Your Instagram, start leveraging it. Posting yourself. You're at the gym, not just stories, but posts. Start changing your image, literally changing it.
Okay.
Right. I know mine used to have pictures of me at parties, out, dressed nice. It was like, nah, me at the gym now, dressed nice. Right, me doing a workout.
Yeah.
Me doing a carousel where it's like different, or slides of a workout, a reel of tips, and you just keep going. You start building the page, and now, it's not. Now you're just leveraging your Instagram, and you're just using social media, and the gym you're at. you're just meeting people there too. Meeting people there too, inviting your friends, free session. Don't worry about it, just work out. Or work out with me, Chris, and let me just record like one set. And, you know, if people ask, say, you know, I'm training you, you know, $30, $50, whatever. The money doesn't matter right there. It's more just let people know that I'm training you. I think that's the hungry way of going at it.
Okay.
And that's the way I learned. I think I moved a little faster doing that, but it's a little riskier, I will say, as opposed to going to that, you know, a well-known establishment, meeting some high-end clients and going about it that way.
Then one thing that I always hear when somebody wants to go into personal training is saying, I'm going to school, getting my degree, and then I'm going to get my certificate. Do you think you need a certificate to be a personal trainer?
I think it helps, but
Okay.
I don't.
Do you need it?
I don't think you need it to train somebody. Like,
Yeah.
let's just say, like, I want to train somebody, like, pick somebody on the street. I don't think so.
Okay.
You know, I think, I think no. I think to train somebody in an establishment, you know, that has their rules and everything.
Yeah.
100%. But I think working out, you know, it's not rocket science. You're not, you know, opening somebody up in surgery. You know, you're not holding somebody up in court. You know what I'm saying? It's very like, hey, do these workouts, eat these foods, you know, recommended foods, or don't eat that shit. Don't drink that. It's really black and white almost. And just be consistent, right?
Yeah.
Workout. Don't eat like shit. Be consistent. Workout. Don't eat like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't think you need a certification to evoke that in somebody. I think maybe you need some communication skills to make that person understand. It's motivation maybe, but I don't think you need, you know, a certificate like.
Because I personally tell everyone that, dude, your only certificate is literally how you look. Because I've seen some personal trainers and they do not look that part, especially at the commercial gyms.
Yeah.
Where, dude, I don't see it. Like, how can you be a trainer?
Yeah.
You know, I tell everyone, if you want to be a personal trainer, you have to look the part. That is your certificate. If you don't look like how someone wants to look like, I wouldn't want to be training with you personally. That's just the way I feel. So then, in regards of, say, working out and nutrition, what do you think is more important?
Nutrition, it plays a bigger role.
Can someone outwork a diet?
I'm gonna say those that are genetically gifted. Yeah.
How many people are genetically gifted?
And it depends how bad the diet is too.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That depends, right? Like if you're telling me, oh, the person just drinks once, twice a week.
Okay.
Not that bad, right? But if you're telling me this person's drinking, eating like, you know, trash, shit, and getting bad sleep.
Even if he's going so hard in the
not
gym.
happen.
No?
It's like, it's going to take maybe so long,
Okay.
you know, but I wouldn't consider that you're beating the diet. I just feel like you're just fooling yourself.
So what do you think is a perfect diet? What's your diet?
Right now, I will say I do fast. And that's only because a lot of my clientele is in the morning.
Uh-huh.
And so I know if, let's just say I eat Monday morning and I try to get custom to that schedule, Tuesday, I'm going to have clients. And so Tuesday, let's say I'm booked till 12, till 1, I have a break. And I didn't eat, I'm going to be hungry. I'm going to be thinking about food. But I'm going to be thinking about my break. My mind's going to be foggy. I'd rather fast it, get my body conditioned to eating after 1, after 12, just because that's what works with me in terms of my schedule. That's at least that part, like where I fit my food in. Now, really, just right now, I'm kind of maintaining.
Okay.
I've probably been the most cut, most lean that I've been in my life.
Are you natural?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, all day, baby. You know what's crazy? I actually, for 6 years of working out, I'm on year 10 now.
Okay.
6 years of working out, I even thought like creatine was a cheat code. Like, oh, you're like, I almost thought that was how misinformed I was. So, yeah, like I even thought like, oh, you're doing that, you know, that's whack.
Yeah.
But then I started learning supplements. I started learning the vitamins.
So what do you take now? Do you take?
Really, I focus on vitamins.
Okay.
Vitamin D, vitamin C. Like my goal this year 10, is I don't want to get sick. I don't want to get sick at all. Like nothing. Like nothing. And vitamin D, vitamin C, magnesium, things that help me like, you know, rest, recover. You know turmeric. Notice I'm not saying creatine,
Yeah.
right? Creatine, I would say I'm probably like twice, 3 times a week, just because my goal really right now is I don't want to get bigger. I don't want to, I'm kind of just maintaining that muscular tone. Really, to me, I don't want to get sick. I want to stay healthy, right? I'm around people, shaking a lot of hands. I've definitely shaken so many hands this year than my past years, and even that, people, they're sick. You shake someone's hand, turn around, you hear them sneeze. Just kind of, come on, but things like that. So I would definitely say vitamins have played a big role. A lot of water, focusing on water. I think the only reason I'm getting past, let's say, having a session at 6, 7 a.m. all the way to 1 is just drinking right here. There's vitamin C in it. You know what I'm saying? It's literally vitamin C. What time is it right now? It's 11. It's like I'm almost done with it. So it's being consistent with that. Working out after my break, really, that's part of the diet. Getting sunlight. Sometimes we forget. I'm indoors. I'm inside a gym. Especially people who are in an office. Vitamin D helps there, but just getting some natural sunlight. And then rest, dude. Sleep. Like, not sleeping a bunch, but just getting, I'm going to say at least for me, I'm around that 6-hour mark.
Okay.
5-6 hour mark. 5 because sometimes I'm not disciplined enough to get in bed when I should be getting in bed.
Got it.
Right, but besides, I'm not saying anything crazy. I'm not saying no creatine. I'm not saying even protein. I haven't bought an actual protein jug in probably like 3 months. The foods,
Okay.
foods. I'm really consistent with foods. Meal prep.
So in regards to, like, say, fast food, because we live in a fast-paced society nowadays, if someone were to want, they'd have no time. I'm a busy individual. I'm a busy professional. I just, I got a whole ass business. I have no time to meal prep, do the little measuring, all this. I just need to get food fast. Where would I go? What's the healthiest fast food option I can go to?
You asked me this question a year ago. I'm going to say Chipotle. I'm going to say, Chipotle.
What's your Chipotle order? Or what's the healthy Chipotle order?
You see, it depends, right? It depends on a lot of things, but I'm going to say, because now you ask me now, I'm not going to say Chipotle. But a year ago, a year ago.
I'm asking you now, though.
All right, so now I'm not saying Chipotle. I'm not even saying go to Chipotle. I'm just going to tell you, find a good meal prep service. Easy as that. Do that. And that's it. This is your life for the next, until you reach your goal. This is what it takes. I'm going to be dead ass. That's how serious you can make it. Or you can go ahead, you eat this, eat that. There's your at least out here, California Chicken Cafe.
Okay.
Amazing. Chipotle here, it's cool. I really like having Jersey Mike's.
What about the burgers we just ate?
That's a one time, and that's 18 minutes too far, man. Like, I'm not going back there, unless it's like I'm driving by.
Okay. So what, you're at a whole new gym, Young LA. Are you just training people in person, or are you like everyone else just trying to hop on this online personal trainer?
I am trying to hop on the online space.
Okay.
But because, of course, it's almost like the boot camp thing. Like, train more, you can train more, you can make more. It's very similar. You can make more. But you also got to see it with a deeper meaning. And you're like, I can truly impact more people.
Okay.
Online than I can in person. I can impact someone from across the world. Here, I can't. Only if you live in Chatsworth, Northridge area, like, in the Valley, it's happening. I'll have people come. I have, I think my furthest client right now going to Chatsworth right now is coming from K-Town. Right? So it's a little far, right? I think the furthest I've had is maybe out far past Santa Cruz, but that's it.
So what does working online with you look like?
It's, for the most case, it's very similar in terms of the needs as in person. Got to take your progress pictures. At least I need clients to get scans, in-body scans that tell you where you're at, your weight, your body fat percentage, your BMI, all those things. You got to be tracking your food. You got to be doing the workout plan. You can be in the group where, there's it's kind of like a Discord-ish kind of thing where there's challenges, all those things. So that's the online presence, really. And it's just weekly checking in. If you want to take it up a notch, right? You want to work more on the personal level online, where I'm actually like maybe video calling you, right? Of course, there's levels to it.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you're just going for the most basic, it's kind of what most will offer, most coaches, where it's very just keeping you accountable for those things: workout plan, meal plan, your pictures, your scans, getting your steps in, all those things. Are you tracking this, tracking that? So very like that, and it's all generated through the app.
So how does one go ahead and find a personal trainer that suits them the best? How does one not get nailed when picking a personal trainer?
Like you're saying, in person or online?
Both.
Online, I'm yet to master that space.
Okay.
I think because I'm barely getting that space, I'm gonna say at least online, from what I'm seeing, is who you really resonate with the most. And I think that's a little bit of how it is in person,
Yeah.
right? If of course I've been able to connect with a lot of folk, but maybe now they just can't afford me, and the ones that can, we're just connecting. It just comes down to the connection being there, to them saying, okay, I really like this kid, or I really like where his head's at, and then they also see me as an expert, right? I think that's one of the main things. They got to see you as an expert.
Okay.
Right. Not just see you as an expert, but also, hear that you're an expert. Okay, he knows nutrition. Oh, he knows, I ask him this question, knows supplements, knows this, knows why I should do this workout before this workout, why I should be warming up like this. Yeah, I feel like it just comes down to that. And I think you're only going to find that almost like as if it's dating, really. In person, really.
Yeah.
Just going for one trainer, seeing another one. But I will say it's kind of hard to get one trainer and go to another one. It's almost like the barber situation.
Okay. Yeah.
You go to one and it's kind of like, it's very hard.
Yeah.
It's very sad. It's a very sad moment where it's like, I gotta go to this person. It's almost like breaking up with, it's almost breaking up with somebody. It's like, crap, like, sad.
Yeah.
Especially if it's been long.
I can't. I honestly think of the day that I'm going to leave my barber, which she's getting up there in age, but still, dude, I cannot. She's like therapy for me, if anything.
Yeah.
And I think that's the same for a lot of your clients that you've told me, where they come and just kind of like have a therapy session with you almost. Because that's basically what I do with my barber, and I go see her every single week. So then, would you still recommend being a personal trainer to somebody today? Like, they're just, dude, I just got out of high school. I don't want to go to college. I look buff. I've been working in sports. I may be considering being a personal trainer. Would you still consider, suggest that path to a lot of people?
Hell yes.
Why?
Because being an independent personal trainer, or just having your own business as a personal trainer, I wouldn't. Anybody that goes and works at a gym, 100% fine. Get your feet wet, but I think you need to get out of that. Eventually, you have to, because why I'm saying hell yes is because it taught me business. And even though maybe there's levels to business, I'm gonna say I'm still like level 2, 3.
Okay.
To the levels I've seen and heard, like level 2, 3, and I'm fine with that. I like learning. Let's keep going. But the fact that I learned business with fitness, like fitness helped me learn that, explore that, see that you could scale that. It almost made me see scaling and growth in other things.
Okay.
So I feel like that's why I feel the most spiritual thing you could do in life is start a business. So I think that me doing it's almost like a leap of faith. Let me just see where it goes. It's either gonna fail or it's gonna go.
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm saying that. Become a personal trainer because of that. Now, if it's becoming from, hey, I'm fit, I don't know what to do. I don't want to go to college. I mean, I'd say try it out for 3-6 months. Like maybe go to the local gym. Just do it. Can you put up with it? And if you can, and you could see yourself, I'm good at this.
Yeah.
I want to get good at it. Keep going. But if you can't, and you're like, nah, like this is, I don't like training people. I'm not patient. You got to have certain skills.
Yeah.
I can't keep a conversation going. Like, you don't want to be that trainer that's just there. 5, 4, 3, you know what I'm saying? Okay, next step. You want to be like talking, conversation, seeing, where their mind's at, growth, right? Learning from them learning from you. Yeah, hell yeah.
I love it, dude. Like I said, there's a million ways to make money, especially in this day and age, dude. There's too many ways to make money. I know a million ways. I can't do them all. Dude, thank you so much for coming onto this podcast, dude.
Hell yeah.
I think it might be time for you to start heading out.
Sorry.
It's like they're looking for you. But
They're calling me.
Yeah. I appreciate you taking the time to coming out, man. I look forward to hearing how this online stuff works out for you. How can people reach out to you, or is there any last words you want to tell the audience?
You can find me steve.rpt on Instagram. Definitely through there we can connect if you have that social media. Also, same goes for TikTok. Online presence is something I'm working on.
Okay.
I've sucked so much at posting. A lot of it came from low esteem, low confidence, and slowly just building it and just getting out of my head. A lot of it came from actually also caring what people thought.
Okay.
It's getting reps. So as that grows, definitely reaching out to me there, I would say, for anybody that's watching this. Besides that, if not, you can find me at Young LA's gym.
There you
Be
go.
right there.
Well, there you have it, guys. Thank you so much, Steve. Guys, if you guys found value in today's video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to start posting more often now, probably every freaking week. I'm going to even do solo shows. I'm going to get hosts on you, just interesting people doing cool shit. Because like I said, I want to make a lot of money with y'all. I want to do cool shit with you guys. And I want you guys to live a great, amazing life. Besides that, guys, have a good rest of your day.
Chris, can I say one thing?
Yes.
Also, I do want to say, hey, this is probably the first of many.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, I'm going to get back on this podcast, be in a better position. But we did talk about something today. The 6 month.
Uh-huh. No. I still didn't get your favorite burger. That's why.
You know what? I go back to my childhood, and it's funny. Some people are going to be like, that's nasty as hell. But, I like that.
Don't say McDonald's.
I really, really enjoyed. I haven't had one in years though, so I don't know. Maybe I was just really young. But I never forgot the one time I had a triple baconator from Wendy's.
What the fuck?
This was like I'm in 8th grade, man.
Okay.
So. But besides that, that's really the burger that really stood out to me. I mean, I was also with family, but what I was gonna say is we talked about something today where it was like, hey, I think every 6 months we should be making a jump.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's very important that, hopefully in 6 months from now, we're in a different position.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you again, Chris. It's my pleasure. And let's make it happen, all right?
Let's go, guys.